What's up, guys? Welcome back to Team Solemn Circus live video. Today on the left side here we have Unchained, and on the right side we have Volcanic Horus, an interesting deck that I haven't actually seen quite a bit at all. I know Todd has been cooking it up, but unfortunately we haven't been able to collide at locals recently here. So I haven't been able to personally see what this deck does, only in a little bit of replays and him talking in the group chats, of course. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be diving on in here. This is going to be one of the top cut mats, I believe. Our top cut duels, I do believe. So, should be a good one here. I know he's been very good with the deck. There's lots of lines of text, and I actually don't really know what any of them do. I know Shot burns. I know one of them searches, and then the Volcanic big guy like burns you for 500. It's like a masquerade, but at 5. And then, we're playing Unchained, one of the best decks of the format here. I've been loving this deck. I've been playing it for a while now. We're going to see a die roll here, and I believe we get to choose who's going to go first. Choosing to go first here for ourselves. Does he have any hand traps for us? Actually, looks like he's going to go first here. So we are going to be going second here. Hopefully we have a hand trap or two to activate, or else we might be just getting FTK'd here. We're going to see them normal summon out one of the newer ones. I think this one's like a salamander or something like that. I don't really know. I know there's a rocket, and that's about it. Now we're going to see them activate the blaze, the new blazing one that sends a blaze accelerator from your hand or deck to activate it. Then we're going to see them link away here. And we're going to take a second to read this, because this will be our first time reading all the cards. I think he links it away into like a link rebo. And then we're going to see the effect banishing itself to search. And that's going to be dumping or it doesn't search, it dumps, my bad. But it can summon it from the graveyard. It's like the big one, like the Emperor. And they can like banish a Blaze Accelerator from the graveyard or the field to summon itself out. Or three Volcanics or Pyros, I believe it is. Then here on some, we're going to hit it with an Imperm so it doesn't make us take 15 and then dump a card. Because I didn't believe it, or it either puts a trap on the field or dumps a trap. And then we're going to summon out the copy of Scattershot off of the spell here. Then they can actually link away into an SP here if they wanted to. Then we're going to be seeing Scattershot effect. Or that's not Scattershot, that's like the shell. Shell it is. If it's sent to the graveyard, it can pay 500 and search or something like that. It must be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. And they're going to pass turn on this here. So having SP as well as a Volcanic Emperor there. We're going to normal summon up the tour guide, activate the effect here, summon with the Fiendish Rhino. And then they're going to take 500 here. We're going to be putting a dice so that we can just count at the end. But I'll be putting the life points that you guys can see here on the left and right. They're going to link away for a Yama here. We're going to take 500 again. And I actually learned that it's an optional effect to activate, so they don't even have to activate it like that. So we're going to Chainlink 1 Yama, Chainlink 2 Rhino here. Chainlink 3 is going to be the Volcanic. And then we're going to be most likely dumping here. They're going to be chaining the effect there. Dumping Shawarma and adding a copy of Shawarma probably to the hand. They're going to see the effect here. It's going to be setting a escape or a chamber here. So, kind of indicating that we already have the escape. I always want to look at my hand before I'm setting a card as well, because then it makes my opponent think I have the other one, especially if I'm caring about what I have in the hand. Then we're going to see the Arua pop the trap. Trap effect's going to activate here. We'll take another 500. And then I get to summon. We have to be careful here because we do have the SP to handle with. Then we're going to see the effect. We're going to take another 500 here. We're going to activate the effect and targeting the chamber. You know, they will be able to tag it with SP, but we have the Shavara in hand, which I didn't even think about at the time would let me tag out. We're going to be seeing SP going to activate targeting the Arua. We're going to chain the copy of Shavara here. So that's going to be blowing itself up and then summoning. And then we have to pop another card here. We're just going to pop the Sarama. Then we're going to activate the effect of the Arua. That's going to let us summon out the Shaima. And we're going to be chaining the Abomination here. Taking another whatever off of the Emperor. But we're going to do something with Disaster Dog. We're trying to link up. We're going to link up with that SP Little Knight here. I already feel it. And then we're going to activate the effect of Abomination and destroy the Emperor here. Disaster Dog will be able to link off with the SP to the Anguish, most likely. Going for the Rage. I guess this will be able to provide us with some. We're going to go Battle Phase, and that's just going to be game right there. Okay. Don't even need Anguish, and if we don't get nibbed, then we have, Rage to be able to go into more stuff during their opponent's turn. So it makes sense, I suppose. But moving on into game 2, that's what I love about Unchained. Like, you can just crack boards, and I mean, that's not really a board, but you can just end up like stealing games so quickly. With the opponents, have to like be careful of like not summoning bodies, as well as Rakea. Like, if you summon out Rakea and Arua, you can sometimes just deal way more damage. You can go like Battle Phase and then Arua attack, Rakea attack, activate Rakea, pop Arua effect in graveyard, summon out like Abomination, and right there you have 6,000 damage right off of like 2 cards there. And like, it doesn't happen a lot of the times, but even just that has, is a lot of damage. 6,000 off of 2 bodies, summon out and then you summon out a third. If you have like any other extension, you're pretty much able to just go so crazy. I couldn't imagine if like Shayama was like a quick effect, not just in main phase. Could you imagine the battle phase shenanigans that deck would be able to do? Holy. But we're going to be diving on to the game 2 here with the Horus cards. Maybe going to be making a entrance here. At this point, I thought he was playing pure Volcanics. But they're going to be choosing. They're going to go first. We're going to be seeing them activate a Blaze. And that's going to be sending a copy of the Blaze Accelerator. I think it's called Tri-Blaze Accelerator or Flame Blade Accelerator. I don't even know. And then we're going to be seeing a normal summon out of the Salamander or whatever it is again. And then, or they're special summoning it out here with that. Okay. And they're going to link away for a copy of the Link Grebo. Then we can activate the effect here, which is going to let us dump. Most likely going to go for that Emperor again, the one that like burns you for 15, and then dumps 8 or sets up a trap, and then also every time you summon, you like take 15. Honestly, or take 5. Pretty crazy card, to be honest. Oh, so actually going to activate the other effect here, which banishes one to put the trap onto the field here, which is going to be a copy of Tri-Blaze Accelerator, I believe it's called. Could be absolutely wrong, though. You just let me know in the comment section down below. Then we're going to see them activate a Fire Recovery here. This will let them summon back out. But we're going to be DD-crowing the target there. Then we're going to activate a Talents here. We're going to Ash that. The Draw 2 effect. And then they're just going to pass on this. We're going to go normaling Arua, enter battle phase, attack into the link creep, but we don't have that much. Looks like our hand is a bunch of bricks as well here. They're going to draw for turn. They're going to activate the effect to special summon from the hand. They special summon out the rocket, and then we hit it with a Veiler there. We're going to activate the effect here to destroy and send. Sending the copy of the one. Then they can banish its and also search. And we get to summon here. You know, we could summon out a copy of Abomination and destroy one of the cards onto the field. But we're already going to be doing that, so we're going to be summoning Abomination here. And we pretty much have to destroy one or the other. But they're going to dump the Emperor. And the Emperor can summon himself from the graveyard by destroying a tribe, or by sending a tribe, or sending a Blaze Accelerator here. And both of those cards are considered a Blaze Accelerator. That one, if it's in the graveyard, it can do some shenanigans. So I'm at the point where, like, I don't even know what I want to send here. You know, maybe looking back, I probably should have sent the monster, but and I really wanted to get rid of one of those cards there. We're going to be sending a Shima. You know, having that card in the hand is not the greatest, but in the graveyard it can be quite good, especially if they can set up a trap. We're going to get rid of the spell here, you know, because they're going to have to send they can send the trap itself regardless. But they can actually just banish the spell that we sent to the graveyard to summon it out as well, which means they're going to keep the trap onto the field here, which is probably what they wanted to do. You know, looking back, and that's going to be able to set a, I think this one like burns you for something. I don't really know. It does burn though, and that's what's important. Because I do believe that we lose this game to burn damage. And then it's going to go to attack. It does 31. Then we're going to attack with the rocket. And then they're going to be activating Fire Recovery, trying to put back the Ash, and then the the two Volcanic Salamanders or whatever it is, to just draw one card here, which is pretty nice, you know, getting a little recursion. I think they draw into Amasti or whatever, the Horus monster. That is what they do. And then we're going to set one card, and then we're going to activate the Shima, pop in the TTT to summon himself out here. And then we're going to be taking 500. Then we're going to activate the effect of Talents to draw 2. And do we draw into anything playable here? We draw the Tour Guide, activating the effect of Tour Guide. That is huge for us. That'll be able to summon out the Rhino here. And then our plays are essentially on full steam. The chains have been unlocked. But they're going to flip up a trap here. And I actually believe this is like just whole destroys our board, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a Raigeki. Todd and his Raigekis, man. Then we're going to search for Scatter Shot, or get Scatter Shot here. It sends it and blows up our whole board. Scatter Shot's going to activate here. It's so crazy. So we lose our fields. Shima should be in the bottom of the deck, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Then we're going to take another 10 or 15 here total. We're activate the effect of Fiendish Rhino, dumping the Shavara here, and then it's going to be able to set the copy of Escape. Shima should be now shuffled into the deck. Then we do realize that. We're actually going to put it at the bottom of the deck, but it should have been shuffled in. We're going to activate Prod of Prosperity here, so I guess that does make a little bit of a difference. But we already have activated Talents here, so we actually can't be doing this. I do think we lose here regardless. And we already normal summoned, So we're going to search for Abomination, and Abomination will be able to search. Yeah, we should just scoop here while we're ahead. You know, activating an illegal play. Activating the Shavara here, it's going to be activating the effects. Then we're going to be summoning out here, most likely a Disaster Dog. Taking 5. Activating the effects, going to be linking away into a Rage. Then we're going to think about linking away into a copy of Red Dog here. Yeah, we lose this game. Battle phase, attack, and then attack. We're going to deal some damage here. And then we're just going to pass turn onto this. We're going to summon out here the Emperor. Then we're going to be burned for game. And that's just going to be game 2 here, which we should have already lost. You know, they would have been able to just... Actually, would they have been able to game us here? Let's see. When they're just going to battle phase and attack. So yeah, they really would have beat us regardless. But, you know, we made it a little bit more easier or more fun. You know, getting to die by battle damage by activating some effects illegally there. Whoopsies. You definitely cannot be drawing... That's why I don't like talents in the deck. Because it like causes so many restrictions. Because when you talents into prosperity, like talents is only as good as your deck really essentially is. And when you're not playing extenders or your extenders that you are drawing into are like the Arua as well as Shavara, I guess you can consider like Abomination a soft extender. But I don't really find myself an extender at all, to be honest. Then like if you play the Bestials, I guess they are extenders as well. But then you also find yourself like locked into Fiends sometimes. And so then, you know, you can't really summon them out. But we're going to be going on to game 3 here, and we haven't seen any of the Horus cards. We did know that they drew the Amasti or whatever it's called. Amasti. I don't even really know. The Glory. We know they draw into Glory there, which does have the effect, you know, to search and then draw. Like you could add the... you discard a card and then another one. And then you add the King Sark as well as draw 1 card, which is optional, which is kind of cool too. But we are going to be going on into game number 3 here. Activating a prosperity here to be able to go into 6. Going for 6. We see a Bomb, Ash, Valor, Prosperity, Sharama, and then a Chamber. Taking the Chamber here. You know, having a trap, not getting hit with Droll is pretty nice as well. We're going to set 1 and activate the Shawarma, pop it, summon itself out, activate the effect here. You know, both players know what they're doing with this deck. Todd's played through this before. We could summon out the Shyama here, most likely. So we're going to be going into a Yama here, and then Yama as well as the copy of Shavara. And we did this so that we could play a little bit around Nib. You know, we know our opponent is on like Nib, DD Crow, and stuff like that. Playing around a bunch of weird cards. So I want to get the Shyama in the graveyard as quick as possible here. Then we're going to activate the Arua, pop, the Escape, summon itself out. Something with the Sharama here. Because like right now would be the best place to Nib if we did not have the effect. We're going to set the Chamber here, popping the Arua, and we're going to summon out the effect, or we're going to summon out with the Arua into the Shawarma here. And then we can activate Shyama, popping the copy of, or we can just link away, go for a Rage, and then we can go for Shyama, pop. That's going to let us add back. Then we can add back a copy of the Shawarma here. Or we already have that, so we add back the Arua. Then we can go into a copy of the DDD. Seeds are setting another card here. Double cards and passing on this. Do we maybe see a anti-spell in the draw phase? We don't. They are going to go battle phase here End of battle phase. Main phase 2. They did have us there. They're going to summon out a Fenrir here. Todd's specialty is, trying to fake out your opponent there, which could have worked there. We're going to be chaining the effect of Chamber to the summon here. Summoning out a Rage. Now we're debating if we're going to activate the effects here. Most likely not worth it. They're going to activate the Fenrir. We're going to be chaining the effect of Imperm, which is huge against Fenrir. Like, this is... Fenrir caused such... I always say this in all my videos. Fenrir has caused such a problem with, like, the deck. It puts so much pressure on the field. But if you're able to just Imperm it, then the whole thing just goes away. They're going to activate effect of Glory here. Discarding the Happy. They're going to search for King Sark and then draw a card as well. They're going to activate the King Sarcophagus here. And we're thinking. We're going to be going into the Rage there. Going into the SP. Activating the SP's effect here. Banishing the King Sark. That way they can't special summon out the Imsteady as well as the Glory from the graveyard. Which I believe is truly huge. If they already had one, then, we'd be kind of in trouble there. But we're going to see them summon out another copy of Fenrir. Unfortunately, this one is not negated here, so they will be able to activate the effect. But we're going to be seeing them. It looks like they're thinking about talents. They are going to activate a talents here. To draw 2 cards. SP does... we could have changed SP there to get rid of the Fenrir. Would have been a little bit nice. And then Caesar would be able to safely negate everything, I guess. But I'm not too sure what else they have left to use for gas. He knows we have the Arua as well as the Shavar in the hand here. He's going to normal summon out a Scatter Shot. Then link both those away, which solves our problem of dealing with Fenrir. Going into the Hita effect can activate there. We're going to be negating it with the Caesar, which will trigger the effects. Then we're going to be setting the Escape. Yeah, they're looking pretty slim from here. They have already normal summoned as well, so we are now in a good position here with SP Little Knight on the field as well as a Caesar Negate and a Rua for follow-up with the Set Trap. They're going to search here for the Blaze guy, the Emperor once again. And they see a handful of green. We're going to activate the Fire Recovery here. We could negate it if we wanted to. We're choosing not to, so we're going to summon out the Hita here. They have used their battle phase, though. Then we go for a Typhon. Typhon is quite good here. They can activate the effect. And now they can't summon anymore this turn. We're going to chain the SP here, banishing itself. And then Caesar will be bounced back to the extra deck, which is pretty nice. Because at the time, we're not playing 2 Caesars, so this is going to be our second Caesar, giving us a second one for us here. Then they activate the Fire Recovery, banishing itself, shuffling back those 3, and then drawing a card. And I believe they drew into Gold Sarcophagus here. They have Blaze, or they have the Blaze Accelerator in the hand. And now we have Shyama and Grave as well. We're going to go end of main, activate the effect of the Shawarma here, popping, summon itself out. That's going to be able to activate the effect of the Escape. It's going to be summoning out the Abomination here, activating the effect, discarding the Arua, popping the Super Poly that they had set. That is insane. You know, popping that is just so free here. We'll be able to lose, then standby phase, or yeah, end phase. SP is going to come back with the Typhon there. We do have the Shyama in the Grave as well. We have like 2 cards in their hand. We have to really worry about what they have. We can go up into a copy of the Anguish here. That will also trigger the effects of the Shavara to set a chamber to the graveyard here. Then we're going to be linking away with their dude to go into the big boy Abomination. We got double a bomb on the field. We're going to set one. Activate the effect of Shyama. Pop the Abomination. Summon himself out. We can chain the Yama here. What are we even doing? What are we popping? We got game on field. We just got to activate the effect of Prison. They're going to go battle phase, and then it's going to be game right there. And we end up taking, I don't know what the last spell was, but... And they drew into the Gold Sark there, which is unfortunate for them, but we did end up taking the game here. We did see a little bit of a misplay game 2, but we lost regardless. Kind of cool seeing a burn, killing us. But we're going to be seeing Unchained take it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Want to see more content like this? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.